Chinese Premier Li Qiang meets with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in Johannesburg, South Africa, November 21, 2025. Xinhua. Chinese Premier Li Qiang said on Friday that China stands ready to work with South Africa to deepen political mutual trust and firmly support each other on issues concerning their respective core interests and major concerns. Li made the remarks when meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa ahead of the 20th Group of 20, G20, scheduled in Johannesburg for Saturday and Sunday. Li conveyed cordial greetings from Chinese President Xi Jinping to Ramaphosa, noting that for decades, China and South Africa have treated each other as close brothers, with a friendship that spans mountains and seas and has grown ever stronger. Under the strategic guidance of the two heads of state, he said, China and South Africa are working together to advance an all-round strategic cooperative partnership in the new era, aiming to benefit the peoples of both countries. China, Li said, is ready to continue working with South Africa to carry forward their traditional friendship and expand cooperation across various fields to better promote the common development of the two countries, as well as unity and cooperation between China and Africa as a whole. The Chinese premier noted that the fourth plenary session of the 20th Communist Party of China, CPC, Central Committee, reviewed and adopted in October the recommendations of the Central Committee of the CPC for formulating the 15th five-year plan for economic and social development, and that South Africa has announced a 10-point action plan. China is ready to strengthen alignment with South Africa in development strategies and promote the early implementation of zero-tariff treatment in the country, Li said. Li called on the two countries to leverage their complementary advantages in resources and economic structure, deepen cooperation in mining and infrastructure construction, develop new highlights in the auto industry, explore potential in emerging sectors such as new energy and artificial intelligence, and expand cooperation in science and technology innovation, including in satellite navigation and joint laboratory construction. He also urged China and South Africa to strengthen exchanges of experience in poverty reduction and rural revitalization, and advance cooperation in public health, culture, education, and youth, among others, so as to enhance the sense of fulfillment of their peoples. China and South Africa have jointly initiated a cooperative initiative to support Africa's modernization and encourage the international community to increase attention and investment in Africa, according to Li. Li also said China is ready to work with South Africa to strengthen coordination on platforms such as BRICS and the G20, implement the 4 global initiatives proposed by Xi, uphold the multilateral trading system, promote reform of the global governance system, and safeguard the common interests of developing countries. For his part, Ramaphosa asked Li to convey his cordial greetings and best wishes to Xi. He said the important consensus he reached with Xi on establishing an all-round strategic cooperative partnership in the new era has elevated the bilateral relations to a historic new height and injected strong momentum into bilateral cooperation across various fields. Ramaphosa reiterated that South Africa firmly adheres to the One China policy, reaffirming that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. South Africa will continue to work with China to support each other on issues concerning core interests, he added. He expressed appreciation for China's support for South Africa's economic and social development and said South Africa stands ready to deepen cooperation with China in areas including trade, investment, mining, industry, science and technology, energy and infrastructure, public health, and poverty alleviation, so as to bring more benefits to the two peoples. South Africa is willing to provide a safe and sound environment for Chinese enterprises investing and operating in the country, and stands ready to work with other African countries to make full use of China's favorable policies to deepen Africa-China cooperation, said Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa said that South Africa highly commends the 4 major global initiatives proposed by Xi. He noted that South Africa sincerely appreciates China's strong support for hosting the G20 Summit, saying that China plays an important role in helping the summit build consensus and deliver outcomes. South Africa stands ready to strengthen communication and coordination with China within the United Nations, the G20, and other multilateral frameworks to jointly uphold multilateralism, he added.